So welcome everybody. I'm going to call the Committee on Education Policy to order. We will take up the following items for approval. Action item 1A is the approval of the minutes of the October 3rd, 2022 meeting. I move the approval of action item 1A. Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Abstain.
Okay. That item passes. We'll now address the policy calendar. Policy item 1B1 is a resolution regarding the establishment of a program in health sciences leading to the Associate of Science degree at Bronx Community College. I now call Executive Vice Chancellor and University Provost Wendy Hensel to provide further background on this item. Wendy.
Thank you. The proposed program will better serve students with nursing and other health career goals by educating them on health career options, offering them industry-aligned credentials, and offering multiple paths to health careers. As a result, more students will be retained, graduate, transfer to senior college programs, and ultimately help meet the demand for career professionals in the Bronx. My colleagues, President Thomas Isikenegbe, sorry, I always say it wrong, and Alexander Ott, Associate Dean for Curriculum Matters and Academic Programs at the Bronx Community College, are here to address any questions. He's not here.
Not here. So I will then move the approval of policy item 1B1. Do I have, no, yes, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, now we can discuss. Any problems, issues? Seems like a pretty straightforward program to me that serves. Yes, Henry?
Provost, I just want to, are there articulation agreements for this program for senior colleges?
Well, we've told everyone to put the kibosh on articulation programs now because we're doing them centrally as part of our transfer initiative. So I can't answer that specifically, but there may be for this program.
We're getting rid of articulations, Henry.
Oh.
Any other questions, problems? Okay, so then we can vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? That item passes. Policy item 1B2 is a resolution regarding the establishment of the Daniel Patrick Moynihan Center at the City College of New York. I now again call on Executive Vice Chancellor Hensel to provide more information.
Thank you. The Daniel Patrick Moynihan Center at City College will prepare promising undergraduate students, outstanding mid-career academics, and top practitioners from a variety of socioeconomic backgrounds to pursue public service careers, blending scholarship and political leadership on the local, national, and international stage. It will also help raise the City University of New York's profile as an equity-focused and social justice-minded institution that promotes an environment where active learning, reflection, and the cultivation of intellectual curiosity can be harnessed for inquiry, scholarship, and collective action towards making people's lives better and delivering on a brighter future. My colleagues, President Vince Boudreau and Andrew Rich, Dean of the Colin Powell School for Civic and Global Leadership at City College, are here to address any questions that you have.
Do I move this before they talk?
No. Doesn't matter.
Would you like to come up and provide any other additional background that you'd like to provide before we?
Michael Miller is
Okay.
also with us. Can we ask him to join
Certainly.
us? All right, thank you.
Wow.
That was an entrance, that's good. I don't know. So would you like to tell us anything more? I know that this is doing a center is an important move, and I know I've read that you've already raised over $7 million, I think, in philanthropic support. And what else in terms of faculty have you had set up and ready to go?
So the idea, I'll let Andy and Michael talk about the staffing of it, but the idea is that this program, the central elements of this program are two fellows programs. One would bring in mid-career professionals, so that would augment the faculty. These would be people that would mentor but also teach classes. They would be working primarily with a group of undergraduate fellows. So this is an opportunity to change the amount of teaching resources that we have, but also to support 30 students a year in the undergraduate fellows program. In terms of the funding, two things about the funding I think are important. Andy and I just did a meeting with another funding agency where they solicited a proposal for $4 million to augment the $7 million we've raised. The Leon Levy Foundation are the prime funders for this. And the conversation was that they wanted to run the program for 5 years on spend down money, and then would entertain a proposal to endow the center in perpetuity. But they also said at the beginning that they didn't want to be, at this stage in the game, the exclusive funder. So they pledged 60% of the funding for the project. So that's $6 million of the 10. They also pledged $1 million to outfit the space. So we are optimistic about the ability to fund it through the initial 5-year period, and are committed to establishing a track record that would move them to full endowment at the end of that. Anything you want to add in terms of the program?
No, I think that's right. The only thing I would add is we've also attracted some support, smaller amounts, but still significant, to support the undergraduate fellows program with a focus on training new leaders for New York City, which we're excited about. So the Teagle Foundation, the Revson Foundation have made a particular investment to developing new student voices, and their particular interest is in CUNY, getting CUNY voices more engaged in the New York public service space. So we're excited about that.
Great. Any questions from the committee? Comments? So hearing none, I'm going to move the approval of policy item 1B2. Do I have a second? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That item passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It is. Yes.
Madam Chair, just, if you scroll in the proposal from Bronx, they have at least 3 articulation agreements, just to Henry's question, so
Thank you.
There you go.
covered.
So now we'll move to policy item 1B3, is a resolution requesting to delegate the approval of requests to offer credit-bearing programs in a distance format to the chancellor or his designees. I'd now call on University Provost again to give us background.
University and its schools and colleges have proven over the last 2.5 years that CUNY is capable of delivering high-quality, credit-bearing academic programs in a distance learning modality. Demand for online degree programs is high and is one of the only areas of enrollment growth occurring nationally. Under our current policy, the Board of Trustees approval is required for all new online degree programs, even if the program already exists and has been approved by the Board of Trustees in an in-person format. The delay in seeking the second layer of approval from the Board of Trustees slows the time to launching a new program, in some cases for an entire academic semester, because of the academic cycle. This resolution would delegate authority to the chancellor or his designee to approve requests to deliver existing academic programs and expedite the submission of new modality programs to NYSED. To be clear, this only applies to degree programs that have already been approved by this board in an in-person format. Any new degree program presented for the first time in any modality will continue to require Board of Trustees approval. Equally important, this change in no way amends the faculty governance process. Requests to create an existing degree in an online modality must go first through the full faculty process on the campus level. The only step that is expedited is that needed from the Board of Trustees as a result of a change in modality.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. So I'm going to move that approval of the policy item 1B3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Now, any discussion? Yes.
I just wanted to ask, I guess it would be addressed to the chancellor, who would you imagine you may designate as your designee?
The Chief Academic Officer.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes, John?
Yeah, as the UFS chair, I thought there might be issues with the faculty for this particular matter, so I canvassed the campus governance leaders and the executive committee, and I shared with the university provost the sentiments expressed, and many of them were wary of expediencies taken in a curricular process and the asymmetry between online programs and non-online programs. So while this particular issue, removing board oversight of a very specific type of change to an existing program, which requires approval, may not seem initially problematic, the concern over the unknown precedents it may set will lead me to abstain on this vote.
Okay, thank you. Any comments on that? Thoughts?
I would just articulate again the important point that this does not change in any respect the faculty governance process. And it is only where you have already articulated your agreement for a degree program. This change is exclusively when there's a change in modality.
And considering, I know from the Board of Trustees' perspective, moving on online courses as an area of growth and for increased enrollment, it seems anything that we can do to expedite the existence of more online programs benefits the students as well as benefits the university. So I would certainly be in favor of this. So now we'll move it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And one abstention. Thank you. So that item passes. So policy item 1B4 is a resolution requesting the approval of the faculty personnel matter report of the Education Policy Committee. Call again on Executive Vice Chancellor Hensel.
Okay, the information contained in the report includes appointments and reappointments with tenure and fellowship leaves that were previously reported to the Committee for Faculty, Staff, and Administration. Faculty are evaluated and reappointed on a systematic basis through a highly rigorous process involving local governance, as well as approval of the institution's chief academic officer and president, with the goal of awarding tenure to retain superior faculty. Fellowship leave is granted to faculty to conduct research, improve their teaching, or produce creative work as part of the nationally recognized responsibilities of the professoriate. The related December 2022 Faculty Personnel Matters Report of the Education Policy Committee was generated in summary format from faculty data entered by the campuses into CUNY First, the university's system of record, between August 27th, 2022 and October 21st, 2022.
Thank you. So I'll move the approval of policy item 1B4. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on this? I guess I just want, and maybe I misread this, but this doesn't seem like a huge issue to me, but it's just basically it's just approving the matters that'll come forth before the committee yet?
There is a list of
Yeah, I
the
saw the
different-
list of all the people.
Correct.
And we just have to approve those?
Correct.
Okay. And it's already been done, all the work has been done at the campus level, everything's been
And
approved?
gone through the process and the
it's
review
really just-
process, correct, both by the chief academic officers on campus as well as my office.
Okay, great. All right, so then let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That item passes. So policy item 1B5 is a resolution requesting approval of the actions in the Curriculum and Academic Policy Dashboard. Again, Executive Vice Chancellor Hensel.
We need to make this easier somehow. Routine academic matters, local academic policies, and course inclusions in the university's general education program are presented to the Committee on Education Policy in summary form via an online dashboard. The new Curriculum and Academic Policy Dashboard makes it possible for CUNY's trustees to interact with this summary data. Using the new dashboard format, trustees are now able to explore graphic representations and charts of the academic activity from the previous month and over time using various tools and filters. We're confident that the trustees will find this a valuable tool to employ in learning more about CUNY's most current academic activity. A few highlights from this month's dashboard include the classification of 12 new general education courses among colleges, giving students more options to study the physical sciences, mathematics, and humanities, 19 program actions, 2 new or revised undergraduate policies.
Okay, thank you. So I will move the approval of policy item 1B5. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That item passes. With no more items on the agenda, I move to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor? I'm sure. Aye. Thank you all.
No editorial comment, right?
Okay, so governance